Welcome to Doors, a game that's been around Roblox for a while. A game where you find keys, open doors, and explore. But little did you know, not everything you see is necessarily what it seems. Where do I even start? Roblox Grace is a speedrunner's paradise, running through obstacles like no tomorrow. From speed to freak, this game's got it all. Made by a guy named Simon and the Fartering Few, this game has been inspired by many games like Rooms and Doors, and the Bible. What the I guess we'll get back to that in a second. Anyways, let's look more into the actual game itself. Loading into the lobby, you're faced with the moon, the wall, and a couple of doors to start the game. In the back, you have a gambling system keyhole where you put your keys that you earn from doing runs to get cosmetics and other fun stuff like a worm. Along with cool cosmetics, you also get cool customizations for your time, your slides, and everything else. But anyways, to actually start getting into the game, you run into one of those doors and let the Purgatory begin. Let's get to meet your 9 entities in the game, starting with Carnation. Carnation looks like an Eye of Cthulhu with terror spark boots, the way he bolts through the screen and then kills you instantly if you don't get behind a structure. How it works is you'll be flashed with pink static along your screen, signaling it's coming towards you. The only thing you can do is find a safe space a couple doors ahead, or like if you're a speedrunner, just Mario jump and get out of the way. Pretty simple on its own, but as the game progresses, it gets harder and harder to juggle. Next, we have Sight. It's literally just an eye. If you look at it, you get down with a bunch of white shit on your screen. Literally don't look at it and you'll be fine. Next we got Oatman, the Fent Leaner.
That boy got that virus!
He basically stands in front of your door. The only way to combat it is you get behind a wall and bring his line of sight. Funny enough, if you get close to it, you can get an achievement called Dab Up. Next we have Slugfish. I look at this brown worm, and it's the first thing that actually scared me in the game. Maybe when you have so much audio in your headphones, and it's coming at you at Mach, so you can barely predict it besides the white tentacles along your screen. The only way you can combat this guy is to simply move out of the way. Next is Heed. It's legit sight, but instead of looking away from it, you have to look towards it. That's literally it. Next it's Sorrow. You'll know when it's coming when you have your volume at max and you start to see blood raining on your screen. All you do to counter this Cardi album is to stand under a ledge or something that the rain can't touch you. And finally the big three. Dozer is the smiley face you see on the thumbnail, giving me a heart attack because it's always paired with Carnation. Based on its predecessor, A90 from the game Doors, the way you get around this happy guy is to stop and crouch. This is it. It seems chill at first, but when you realize Carnation is bolting at you with his terror spark boots and you have to find a hiding spot, it gets really hectic. The Goat Man is whenever you don't make the time in the game, or you go to the safe space and you just wait. And finally, you have the Eye of the Death Screen, or God. In Grace, he puts you through an endless loop of running through doors for a reason, saying, I am no evil, I have given the straight path to you, and you tread on the path I have ready for you, a path to bring you to me. This is what I believe is the introduction to the lore side of Grace. But to keep it blunt, I can never explain the lore as in depth as Top Hat King in his video, so I'm going to put him in the description so you can check him out. Nonetheless, I'm going to speedrun this lore so we can get on with our day. God took a risk letting you to fight your way back into salvation, and it's your job to get back to him. Having Grace heavily tied to the Bible, it means all the entities in the game represent one of our characters' trials that he must overcome to reach God. In the order, Carnation represents the divine sacrifice considered that within the Bible itself, which is an inspiration to the game. It is mentioned as the flowers that appear most closely to the crucifixion of Jesus. Although, according to Carnation's badge, it says Jabłko, which is Polish for apples, referencing the apple at the beginning of creation with Adam and Eve. Slight represents self-doubt, for when you look at it for the first time in game, you are not killed, but shown flashes of text saying, you're worthless, or I'm inside. Showing that in-game, you are blinded by these thoughts representing the unworthiness that the character feels towards the goal of God. Slugfish is greed and gluttony. Its main mechanic is to run through the center of the room, consuming everything in its path, so you must learn patience by waiting for it to pass so you don't die. Heat is the form of anxiety in the fact that you must face it by looking directly at it or it will kill you. This gives an obstacle for the character to show resolve and inner strength to combat their own anxieties. Elkman is an odd fellow in which that he could be considered a fallen angel, and the fact that it deters you from the path of God standing directly in front of the door. Sorrow represents the grief the character feels, in which you must hide from it by going under and waiting it out. This is a visualization of the weight of the sins that the character has felt as blood rain, as it is too much to face alone. Dozer is a physical form of pride, in which Dozer opens his eyes as he is watching you from being overzealous and confident. This stems from the fact that when you die in-game, it says, "Will you wake up tomorrow?" If you are trapped in the cycle of pride, you will continue to improve or be locked into progress. The goat man is the final entity, representing temptation. As shown in game, if you do not meet the time, the goat man will come and chase you. This represents you defying God and refusing the path towards righteousness, eventually leading you back to the devil himself. Okay, with the lore out of the way, let's get to the best part. Speedruns, baby. According to speedrun.com, the first speedrun of any percent was started by Zachronic with a time of 7 minutes and 56 seconds. After December 2nd, it would be the start of the starting on December 2nd, WTF Peep got a time of 6 minutes 39 seconds. 6 hours later, Disney set a new record of 6 minutes and 28 seconds. 10 hours later, Groose sets a new world record of 6 minutes and 26 seconds. Then it later improved to 6 minutes and 24 seconds. Desnick back with a 6:22 8 hours later, but then Bruce fires back with a 6:17. Then Desnick comes back with a 6:16 only 4 hours later. Bruce comes back a day later with a 6:08, but then the record sticks with a 6:0 by Desnick. It isn't until two new contenders, Avenue and Uchi, would be the new phase of the speedrunning community. First, Uchi with a sub-6 run. Then Avenue comes back and beats it by 50 milliseconds. Then improved later to 5:56. With now, currently as I'm recording, Uchi has a time of 5:39. If you want to start speedrunning the game, I recommend Uchi's video, which will be linked in the description, along with the speedrun.com link, so if you want to go try it out, you can post it there. Well, that's pretty much it. I love playing Grace, and I will continue to keep playing Grace as long as updates are posted to it. And if new lore or world records comes out in the speedrun community, hopefully I'll get a chance to cover it on this channel. But hopefully I'll keep doing this types of videos if you guys like it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.